Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kenna and I'm a Cameroonian YouTuber based in Douala Cameroon. Thank you for clicking on this link. Today, as you can see, I'm doing a story time, guys. I'm trying to just go straight into the topic because this is a long one and I don't want to talk too much. So after the stole from my house, I have a video on I got robbed in Douala. If you have not watched that video, you should check in the description box. I'll leave the link there so that you can go and watch it. After they stole in my house that I had that nanny, I was just like, you know what, I'm done. Monique, stop noise. I was just like, I am done with all this nanny who comes and goes. I don't want. I was just like, let me just handle my house. So this woman goes, like 2 months later, I found out I was pregnant. And my husband was just like, Kenna, we cannot live like this. You'll not be able to do everything, because he was hardly around. So he's like, I'm not sure you can manage everything. It's preferable that I get somebody who will come and stay with me, because at that time he was hardly at home. So he was like, it's going to be too difficult for me to handle everything, so it's preferable I get somebody who will come and stay with me. Why my eyes disturbing? Come and stay with me at home. And I was like, okay, no problem. So we told everybody we're looking, and then my mother finally looked. After like 2 months, my mom found this girl. The girl, she was between 14 and 16. You know, sometimes these people come, they don't even tell you their real age and things like that. So yeah, she came and we're like, okay guys, I was excited. I went to get her. That's why I was excited. I was like, oh my god, this will be my daughter. I'm going to treat her like my daughter, and just things like that. Guys, the first issue I had with this girl, the first incident, let me not say issue, the first incident I had with this girl was that when she came, after like 1 month, I talked to my husband and I was like, okay, I think we should start keeping this girl to sleep with Caden, because Caden was already sleeping on our bed. And I was like, okay, the new baby is coming. Caden will not be able to sleep with the new baby on our bed. So it's preferable we train him to start sleeping with the nanny, because the nanny, I was telling him, call her sister, because I wanted them to have that bond. So I was like, it's preferable that the Caden sleeps with the nanny, so that he sleeps with his sister, so that he gets used to it. Let's not wait till when I give birth and then I now carry the child to go and put in the other room. He might not be happy. So my husband was like, okay, yes, it's a good idea. I was like 5 months pregnant then. The first day, guys, that I sent my son to that room, at around 1 a.m., 2 a.m., we just heard a scream from the other room. Caden was screaming. We jumped down from the bed, ran into the room. What was happening? Caden was just screaming, and we entered. We saw her. She just held the baby and she was just sitting like that with the baby in her hand. So I'm like, what happened to the baby? What happened to him? I'm like checking, because normally when the baby starts crying, you have to start checking. So I'm checking every part of him. Is this to press here, just check to see whether maybe he has fallen down. And I'm like, did he fall down? She's like, no. What happened? Nothing. What happened? Nothing. I'm like, hey, what has happened to my child? As I was doing everything, on opening his mouth as he was screaming, I looked into his mouth, guys, blood was oozing out. I was like, what is this? I just carried the baby, carried my child, and that was the end. Like, that's from that day till today, Caden has been sleeping with me, because I was like, Jesus, what happened? The second thing was that this girl, like any normal teenager, she had started sweating, she had started developing pubic hair in places, and you know, that is when you have to take care of your body most. So she used to have really horrible body odor, and I was like, this is my baby, this is my child, so I should try to make her smell better, guys. So I told her, in Douala is hot, first of all, so you have to try to take a bath 2 times every day. And she used to sweat, and when she sweats, guys, the smell was so unpleasant. I was first of all feeling bad for Caden, because she's constantly hugging the baby. So I'm like, no, you have to take a bath at least 2 times a day. Douala is too hot. But this child, she had a problem with that too. She does not want to bathe every day. I'm like, what is it? She doesn't want to bathe. She doesn't want to bathe 2 times every day. She wants to bathe once. And I told her, it cannot go. Places are too hot. You are constantly sweating. You need to be washing off those things. I try to do different things for her smell. But since you give her the thing and she enters and she doesn't use, the smell wasn't really going away. So I can remember there was this particular day in the evening. My husband had not come back from work at around 9. I saw her going to wear her pajamas, and I'm like, why are you wearing your pajamas? She says, Mom, I want to sleep. I'm like, have you taken your bath? I haven't seen you take your bath. She's like, Mom, I don't want to bathe. And I'm like, no, you have to bathe. Go and take your bath. She's now like, okay. She went. I went and I lay in my room with Kaden. As I was lying there, I know that from if you get into the bath, I'm going to hear the sound of water. But I didn't hear the sound after sitting like 10 minutes. So I got up from my bed and I went to her and I'm like, what is it? Why are you not going to bathe? She's like, I'm clean. I'm like, no, you're not clean. You're smelling, you're sweaty. Go and bathe. She's like, I don't want to bathe. I scolded, go. So she sluggishly changed and I walked to the bath and stood there. And I'm like, take your bath. I'll stand here and watch to ensure that you bathe, because I know that if I go, you open the tap and then probably come out. She stood there. I was like, okay, if you don't want to bathe, I'll bathe you. She was just looking at me. So I'm like, okay, let me bathe you. Where is your bathing soap? Mommy, got finished 2 weeks ago. Huh? 2 weeks ago? How? I'm like, huh. Wonderful. Where's your toothpaste? It got finished 2 weeks ago. I'm like, then how have you been bathing? She's like, I throw water on my body now. Jesus. I was like, oh my God, like this thing is not happening. So I grew so mad. I know it was my fault because I was careless. When I was pregnant, guys, I don't want to enter that other bath. I don't know why. I did not just want to enter the second bath in my house. I was just avoiding that bath. I don't know why. So I told her that when your soap gets finished, when your toothpaste gets finished, come and tell me. So I was expecting that she was going to come and tell me, but she never told me. So I wasn't aware. And there was bathing soap in the house, and toothpaste. So I was just like, oh my God. I grew mad. I went and took new soap, came in, bathed her. As I was bathing her, she was fighting me, trying to fight me, trying to box me. I got scared, but I just hurried bathe her. She was pushing me on the bath floor, and I was like, oh my God, this child can make me to fall and lose my pregnancy. I was scared. So when I finished, I'm like, okay, go out of the bath. She's like, no, I'm not going. I told her, go out. I insisted. She went out. She went out and sat on the floor of the corridor. I'm like, go and change. She's like, no, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to sit here so that when Daddy comes, Daddy will know that you're a bad woman. I was just like, sit there. I just cleaned the bath because the bath, she had not been taking good care of the bath. So I was just cleaning the bath. As I was cleaning the bath, my husband now, Hans, he came home. I went, opened the gate. As that my husband was entering, that child started shouting, "Wah! Wah! Oh my God!" She was screaming, and I'm like, my husband ran into the house like, what is happening? She was there in the corridor, stark naked, guys, stark naked. And my husband's like, what is this? She's like, Mommy said that I should not leave this place till I should not get up from this place. I've been sitting here for the past 2 hours. I was like, oh, what? When did I say that? When? My husband was just like, Kenna, it's okay, calm down. He told her, go and change. That girl went and changed. Point number 2, I was just like, I came and told my husband that, see, dear, I cannot stay me with that kind of child. Which type of thing is that? She's not even afraid to lie about me in my face. If when I'm standing there, she's never waiting for me to go somewhere. She was lying about me when I was there. My husband was just like, it's okay, Kenna, this is a child. He just convinced me, I know this is a child. Like, if Kaden was the one doing these things, we'll not send him away. We'll take him like that. So let's just take this girl like our child. I was like, okay. Another part, point number 3, that was not okay for me was the fact that this girl, she used to steal. And I don't know what, if you're staying in my house and you claim that you're my child, I don't know what you're stealing from me or where are you taking the thing. So my phone the phone I was using got bad before my sister sent me a phone. So my sister was just like, can I go and buy any Chinese phone, buy any phone, any cheap phone that you can use for some time, so that I'll look for somebody to send your phone through. So I was like, okay, no problem. I just went now to this Chinese shop. I got one Chinese phone and I was using. Luckily for me, 3 days later my sister sends my phone. So I just kept that phone, like, okay, let me keep it. I was like, okay, with time I'm going to give this girl the phone so that if I go out I can do video calls to see the children, just things like that. Guys, I kept that phone and the phone disappeared. One day I just got up and I started looking for the phone. I could not find the phone and I'm like, where is this phone? I looked, I could not see. I asked her. She's like, Mommy, no, I'm not seeing any phone. I'm not seeing any phone. I was like, okay, maybe I've thrown the phone somewhere. You know where you don't want to be pointing your hand like this person. So I was like, maybe I've thrown the phone somewhere. I just let go. After that, I noticed that each time when I go out and I come, if I ring the bell, this child takes like 10 minutes to come and open the gate, and I was like, something is not right. So my mom came out on this day, and then she took us out. When we went out, as we came back, we rang the bell. She took so long to come out. So I started telling my mom that, Mommy, this girl, I'm suspecting that this child has taken my phone, because each time when we come back, she always takes so long to open the door. So my mom was like, okay, if you think that when she comes and opens the door, we are going to send her to go and buy something so that we can search her room. Okay, I was like, okay, no problem. So when we got into the house, I sent her go and buy my mom a drink. As she went out, first thing I noticed in the parlor was a charger, my spare charger, and I'm like, okay, this is more reason why I should think that this child is holding my phone. So we just kept checking. As she went, we entered into her closet, guys. I saw so many things, and I'm like, Jesus, why could this child? I saw my tablet, I saw phones, I saw so many things that this child has stolen, and I'm like, Papa God, why will you be stealing things and keeping them in the house? Like, what do you want to do these things? Because I did not just get it. I'm like, she came back. My mom and I started talking to her. She burst into tears. She was like, she's sorry. She doesn't know what happened. She did not mean to. Like, she just cried and cried. And we're like, it's okay. We forgive you, but don't do it again. Guys, I took that phone, and kept it. 3 days later, the phone still got missing. And I was like, what is this? And at this time, I was like, I just thought, like, this child cannot have stolen this phone. Given the way she apologized and the way she was sorry now, I'm not sure she must have stolen this phone. And then, guys, you don't even understand, she was playing mind games, because I'll just sit and this child would just come and she's like, Mommy, have you seen that your phone? I'm like, no. She's like, no, let's look. She's looking more than me, pulling up beds, carrying things. Like, where is that phone? Who has taken that phone? So I was just like, no, this child's not taking that phone. Maybe I've been careless. Maybe somebody has come into the house, or maybe I put in one of my bags and I went out. So that's how the phone story, I just stopped even thinking about that phone again. That's 3 points why I was not comfortable with the girl. The 4th point why I was not comfortable with this child is that, guys, some days I feel like she had a personality problem, because some days she gets up, she's so nice, she plays with my children. Some days she'll just clean, arrange, do things that I have not even told her. Like, just do things that I have not told her, being the perfect maid. And then some days you get up, you tell her, do this, she's just looking at you like, no. Do this, she's looking at you, she just sits and she folds her arms and she's like, she's not doing anything. So I was like, what is wrong with this child? What is wrong with this child? But I was just like, each time I complain to my husband is like, no, let's take her like our child, and blah blah blah, just things like that. So I was just like, okay. This girl just got up one morning and she's like, Mommy, good morning, please, I want to talk to you. I'm like, what is it? She's like, when you came to take me, I thought that my sister was going to tell you about it, but my sister did not tell you, so I just decided to also stay quiet. I'm like, don't be giving me long story. What do you want to tell me? She's like, I wanted to tell you that I've been seeing my dead grandmother. What? Yeah, dead grandmother. She's like, yes, I've been seeing my dead grandmother. I was like, okay. Why are you telling me? You have been seeing her where? Why are you telling me? She's like, I've been seeing her every night when I'm sleeping. She'll come and sit at the head of my bed. She'll be talking to me. She'll be talking to me and telling me things to do. That's why some days when I get up in the morning, I don't feel me like doing anything. When she tells me that I should not do anything today, I'll just decide I'll not do anything. When she decides that I should be stubborn towards you, I'll just decide I'll not be stubborn. I'll just be stubborn towards you. When she, hey, Jesus, guys, I was just like, okay. She said it. I was like, okay. She's like, so I just want to tell you that I'm sorry. All those things that have been happening, it's not because of me, it's because of my dead grandmother. She's the one that keeps telling. As she was talking, guys, I was dying of fear. So as she had never finished talking, I was like, it's okay. It's okay. She was like, she's sorry, she will not do it again, blah blah blah. Just an apology now. Like, she will not do anything again. She will try to fight that spirit that her grandmother is making to become a better person, and just things like that. I was like, Mama, it's okay. So my husband now comes and I'm like, okay dear, this is what this year nanny has said, oh, come and hear. So as I said that to my husband like, okay, she said the same thing. My husband was like, oh, stop it, you're lying. She was like, she's not lying, that's what happened. So my husband was just like, okay, I've heard you. So when we sat with my husband was like, okay, we're going to take this child for prayers. Maybe that's why she has been doing all these things, blah, blah, blah. That was my husband's thinking. My own thinking is that I don't want me this type of child again in my household. When witchcraft starts entering some things, you have to be very careful. You cannot be playing with witchcraft. So I was like, I started thinking like the first day that blood came out from my son's mouth, how do I know whether her grandmother told her to press my child or that kind of thing? So I was just, that was what I was trying to say. My husband was like, no, let her pray for her and things like that. So okay, we slept that night. We got up like 2 nights later. No, on that same night, my husband now starts monitoring this girl. I'm not aware. He was monitoring her. We slept on that night at around 1 a.m. My husband now comes and he's like, hey, come and see something, come and see something. I'm like, what is it? He's like, come and see. Came and woke me from the bed. I was like, what is it? He came because at that time my husband was sleeping in the kids' room and I was sleeping with the kids on my bed. So he came and he woke me up. Inside the confusion, I'm getting to the corridor. I saw this girl standing and she was holding a phone in her hand. When she saw me coming, she just went down on her knees and put her hands up and she started shouting, Mommy, is that thing that I told you that my grandmother sees me in the night? Oh, is that thing that I told you? I don't even know how this phone, I stole this phone, guys. She was holding that phone that I'd been looking for. And my husband asked like, Kenna, who has this phone? I said, but is that not, that's the phone that I told you that I've been looking for now. That's my phone. I just tried to calm him down. He was like, you're leaving this house. So I was like, she should go. She entered inside her room. So I started asking my husband, like, what happened? How did you even notice? And he was just explaining to me that he had been since that thing of grandmother, he's scared. So he could not sleep. He saw her get up and come look in my room, look in the parlor, then came to the kids' room, opened the door, looked to see if everybody was sleeping. When she looked like that, she now went back into her bedroom, and then he says he heard things as if places were shaking. So when he heard that, he sneaked now quietly and went into her room. As he opened the door of her room, she was busy gyrating. Like she had earphones on, one of my earphones that had gotten missing. She had them on and she was listening to music and dancing. So when my husband saw her, she took the phone that she was listening to and put it inside her boobs. So that's why my husband came and woke me up, because he's like, if he puts his hand inside the boob to pull out the phone, the girl will now say, no, does he touch my this? Does he touch my that? So that's what happened. After that happened, like 1 week, 2 weeks later, the girl finally left and she never came back. I went to give her back. Her elder sister was just like, oh, her grandmother was a big witch in the village. That's how she was trying to kill all her grandchildren, spoil their lives, make them miserable. But the only person that she ever loved was that girl that was staying with me. So when she used to go and stay with her grandmother all the time, and her grandmother initiated her into something witchcraft, and I was just looking at her like that, and I'm like, yo, you must be mad. So you knew all of these things and you did not come and tell me. You waited for me to carry her and go to my house. You have to be really careful with this whole nanny thing. It's not easy. You just have to be careful. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope to see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.